put
Put the blunt down?
put the blunt down.
Oh.
And the reason why is because the weed we smoked in the 90s is not what's available today. It is incredibly more potent.
Yes.
And there's been some preliminary studies that have told us that when that sometimes we can actually see that that amount of THC can actually impact the way the sperm behaves. So you don't have to put it down forever. But for the sake of trying to get conception done, both partners need to put it down for the meantime.
Is the sperm like more laid back? Is it just like not swimming as fast? It's like I'll get there when I get there.
It's definitely not swimming as fast. That's part of it. It's not swimming as fast. And then some men too. I always say that some men have genetic predisposition, and they don't know until they're trying to get a partner pregnant. They just thought they got lucky all those years having unprotected sex and never getting a girl pregnant, and never knew that they potentially could have had, issues with fertility from the get-go.
So we're going to talk about the impact of male fertility and infertility. But right now, generally speaking, is infertility on the rise?
It is. Male infertility is on the rise. It used to be that a third of fertility factors or reasons were male related. Now we're seeing some studies tell us anywhere between 43 to 51%, yes, of infertility is male factor, which is insane.
Yeah, but it's also empowering to the woman that is to my girls.
It can be validating,
yes,
especially for a lot of women who have assumed the blame and assumed the responsibility of seeing this through.
And that's the default.
Yeah,
is the woman feels it on herself and that she's not able to conceive when it might be male factor infertility.
Absolutely, 100%.
So what is happening with the rates of infertility among women? Like, what do we know what's driving that?
So the number one cause of infertility in women are ovulatory factors. And ovulation factors are essentially things like PCOS, that could potentially just cause you to have irregular cycles. So you may or may not have ovulation. Factors are essentially things like PCOS, that could potentially just cause you to have irregular cycles. So you may or may not have ovulation, but also you have diseases like, or conditions like hypothalamic amenorrhea, which is essentially a condition that results in you having skip period or missed period from either being underweight or overtraining. And this happens to a lot of young girls or athletes. And even I would say, dare I say, I've seen some older women have it as well, especially if they're marathoners and they eat a low caloric deficit. The body just thinks, oh, we don't need to reproduce. So ovulation concerns are going to be the number one concern or issue. But also there's other gynecological factors, like I mentioned, large conditions like adenomyosis. Adenomyosis is a condition that results in an enlarged uterus. I call it kind of the advanced cousin of endo. It's essentially creates these incredible inflammatory responses in the muscle of the uterus, making it enlarged and a really tough condition to live with. It used to be a condition of the older woman, but as we've learned now that even younger women are having adenomyosis, and unfortunately it is irreversible. So gold standard for years had always been a hysterectomy, but there are some other ways that we can manage that. And so when we do have other gynecological issues that we know about, we want to always think, okay, what's the reproductive plan here? I always ask people that. You have endo, you're 31 years old, you're not in a serious relationship, you're just trying to get through the day. My thing is, do you want babies at some point? Because I think that's really important to kind of have that, and that'll help guide what you end up doing to manage your condition.